Good evening and welcome to George Daniel Field. It's week 2 of high school football and a long-standing rivalry. The Pioneers of Elyria travel to Lorain to take on the homestanding Titans of Lorain. Lorain 1-0, Elyria 0-1. Jay Ferguson, Tom Bauer here to bring you all tonight's action. Tom, what are you going to say when Lorain and Elyria get together in anything?
I had an old-timer talk to me. He says, why are they playing Elyria so early? Because he remembers when it was the last game of the season, number 10, usually with the snow falling. I said, well, they're in a different league, so they have obligations for their league. So
yeah, we both are. And it used to be the third week in November.
Yes.
You could count on cold weather. And I can remember a game here that was 6-2 that was decided on a blown kickoff on the second half. It went 10 yards and blew back to the kicking team.
Oh, I remember a lot of those snowy games back in the Elyria days.
Well, tonight the Titans will touch the ball first, but let's not so fast.
Matter of fact, I watched the film. They only had 2 kickoffs in the whole game, and they onside both of them.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if they were afraid.
And on the other hand, the Titans, 2 of their 6 kickoffs last week resulted in touchbacks.
That's a rarity for Lorain, but I'm glad it's coming.
Senior Reggie Johnson returns to handle the kicking. Well, number 83, Tim Rader, will kick for Elyria. I think that's Hyro Williams. Number 2 is Osir Kimball, excuse me. It's an onside short kick, pooch kick, going to go out of bounds. And so the Titans will start at the 35 unless they want them to kick again.
I see the offense is hulling up, so I think they're just going to go out there.
Yep. Now the game has started. The band is playing the fight song, and nice crowd here on both sides of the field.
Yeah. I remember this game way back in the day when they used to put 8,000 people in the
yes, yeah, absolutely. No matter what the weather was. The last 2 games of the season in the old Buckeye Conference, Lorain and Elyria, Admiral King and Sandusky.
That's true. That's exactly right. This may come down to a game against Elyria's defense and Lorain's offense.
Yes.
Because they've been touting
Lorain
Elyria's defense.
28 on the board in the first half last week. Elyria was off that onside kick, scored first, but lost 41-7 to a.
I don't want to say this, but there's 11 people in the box, so of course they're waiting for them.
Oh, they were offsides right there. One of the defensive backs for Elyria came up in the motion on the far side. 17 Xavier Stevens was in the backfield, and so it'll be 1st and 5. Titans started with tight. Now we got 2 to the far side. Wide receivers are Hyro Williams, number 1, Noah Buchanan, number 12, 23, Jeremiah Lopez. Buchanan is to the near side. John Salmon, the running back, number 5, behind Chase Davis. Salmon went for 222 last week on only 18 carries.
And 4 touchdowns.
So
I think that's what's going to be the strategy here.
And I asked Coach
Creel.
Creel.
Look at that defense that Elyria's playing. No safety.
Well, they want to take Salmon away, that's for sure. And first carry for John is 6 yards and a first down. So move the sticks early for the Titans. And I asked Coach Creel after last week's game, is there anybody you want to single out besides John, obviously? And he said our offensive line just did a great job.
Yeah.
And we'll get those guys as we go here. Tyler Fogo with the snap back to Davis. Salmon again, he only gets a couple that time. Out to the 48. Offensive line, right tackle is number 52, Isaiah Ray. He's the young guy as a junior. The right guard is Julius Manning, number 90, a senior. Center Tyler Fogo is number 64. They moved again. Evan Rurkovic, the left guard, is number 65, a senior, and Big Shane Ramey Rowland, number 68, protects the left side for the Titans. So the Titans have the "you moved" play down. That was an
Well,
a big penalty, and they're ahead of the chains again because a 3-yard run put them behind, but now it's 2nd and 3. Motion for the first time. Joseph Wyatt was the intended receiver, and he couldn't hang on. There was good defensive pressure there, and it's 3rd down and 3. The Titans are going to have to do something to counter teams all year with John, off John Salmon's first game. He's got 2 for 8 right now. Now there's a timeout on the field.
Making someone pull a shirt all the way down to cover a pad.
And I believe that was number 23, Jeremiah Lopez, in the slot. Noah Smith, tight end, now in on the near side. Number 6. Changing the play is Coach Damian Creel in his 3rd year in Lorain. Shift the strength of the formation with Smith and Lopez. Titans moved. On the left side of the line, there was a false step there.
Yeah.
So the Titans will give the 5 yards back, and just like that makes it 3rd and 8.
See, I was thinking they might have been in 4-down territory if they got out there, but now it's going to put them, if they don't get the 8 yards,
yeah,
it might be a punting situation.
So Chase Davis may have to put it in the air to convert this with the number of Pioneers up close. But nope, John Salmon straight ahead across the 50, but not much more. Down to the 49 where it's going to bring up 4th and 5. O'Sear Kimball and the punt team come out. Is he the kicker?
Yeah.
Or, no?
Yeah. No.
Kicker is going to be Reggie. Reggie Johnson, the place kicker, will also do the punting. Deep for Elyria, number 1, Larico Baker. Good snap. Lots of heat. Got it away. It's going to hit short and down inside the 25 by number 4, Martise Herman. So the Titan defense will come out against the Pioneer offense for the first time. Defense up front, Luke Wilson, 99. 58, Cameron Sledge. And
Julius Manning. Now, this is early in the season for a lineman going both ways, so they're going to have to give him a break a couple times on either offense or defense. 4-man line for Lorain.
Right, Titans go pass out to the wing. Got a blocker in front. That's going to be a first down and a lot more. And the wide receiver screen, single blocker, but was able to cut behind it for a big gain.
Yes.
From the 22 to the 40, give them 18 on first down and move the chains. Here it is again as we get the signal for a replay, but there it is, a nice cut behind the block. And
that was
Noah
Buchanan on the tackle.
Out pattern is complete yet again. And gaining 9 yards on first down are the Pioneers. The quarterback is a familiar name for those of you who have followed this series, Justin Godbolt, the son of Tony Godbolt. Pioneer, great. I'm sure Tony is happy to be known now as the father of the quarterback. 2nd and short. Give it straight ahead, cutting in the hole and cutting back against the grain. Buchanan got a hold of the jersey. It's going to be across the 50 for a first down. That is Kevin Jordan, number 2, I believe.
And puts it on the 45, right on.
Now they get some adjustment. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side. Now coming in motion is B.J. Todd. And there's another run straight ahead. That's Gilbert.
I see a flag finally on the ground.
Do you?
Yep.
I see the clock stopping, so you are probably right, my friend. But I don't see it.
Yeah, it's right there on the 40-yard line. 40.
Oh, yeah, they just moved it. It's downfield, so you don't know if it was a block or a tackle. That's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
Those are from the spot, so it's not going to be, it's going to cost them from the 40 rather than the line of scrimmage. That'll march it back to the 50, so it'll be 1st and 15 for Elyria. Now, the Titans need to make a play defensively. Yes. Elyria has ripped off chunks on everything but the second and 1 where they were happy to get the first down. Godbolt and Gilbert in the backfield.
Yeah, they got trips to left.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we have enough.
Now they're going to take another 5. So maybe it was from the
from the spot, from the line of scrimmage.
So it's 1st and 20.
I'm not sure we have enough defenders over there for those trips.
Yeah, I don't think we do either, especially if that safety is going to show blitz like he just did. That's Wyatt, I think. Godbolt is back. Godbolt is caught from behind.
Wow.
There's a sack. Big Julius Manning, number 90. Also in there were 23 Jeremiah Lopez and 99 Luke Wilson, but it was Manning that blew up the blocker. Lopez made him step up right into the big arms of Julius Manning. So all of a sudden it is 2nd and 25. Now you've made a play, now hold it.
Yes.
Get the ball back for your offense. 3-man line for the Titans this time. That's Braylon Riassi in the backfield. Bubble screen again. Because that pass is behind the line, the other wide receiver can block. And it was a good block by number 8 again, B.J. Todd, but
and they're bringing a lineman out of there, that uncovered tackle over there is coming out areas.
So the gain was 5, so 3rd and 20. Titans would be happy to give him another 5. But no more.
You don't want him to go downfield.
We might get a chance. I read a lot about the Elyria speed. Motion, empty backfield, swing pass. That was Gilbert.
Yeah, out of the backfield.
Yep, got another 5, but taken out of bounds. Titans gave a little bit, but they had it to give. That looked like 21, Joey Hall. So at 4th and 15, we'll see what the Pioneers decide. Okay, here comes the punt team. They made you think.
Yeah.
Punt formation is 83, Tim Rader, the kicker.
Both teams have their place kicker and punter consolidated into one player.
It looks like Osir Kimball to the near side, and it might be Hyro Williams to the far side. Good snap. In fact, a very good snap. Kick is away, and it's a floater. Hits it about the 23. Kind of checks up just inside the 20 at about the 19 where the official stands. And the Titans will get it for the second time. 6:29 to go in the first quarter. And Tom?
It's going to be time for that offense of line to take over, I think.
Hey, if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, look no further than Joyce Buick GMC. They offer a diverse selection of Buick and GMC sedans, trucks, and SUVs that can fit any lifestyle or budget. Joyce Buick GMC and Northeast Ohio Buick GMC dealers are proud sponsors of the Lorain High Titans. Titans out for the second possession with Chase Day, the quarterback. He's now a junior. He started a playoff game his freshman year. Swing pass, that's a face mask,
maybe
I
a
believe.
face mask out there. I didn't see any illegal blocking.
Oh, it was a hold on the other receiver. Now, I would think Elyria probably would take this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you had a loss on the play anyhow. But.
Holding.
Oh, they're going to decline it. Okay. So they're going to be happy with 2nd and 12 rather than first and 19.
I think that little bubble screen was read pretty well by that defense.
I think Lorain's going to have to throw the ball down the field some. They wind the clock, 6:20 to go in the first half. We're still
There is
scoreless.
no safety out there. Well,
None.
4.
None.
He's 6 yards from the
Looks
scrimmage.
like a slant would be wide open on the single side. That's John Solomon, and that's going to be another loss.
Fumble.
Nope, shoot.
Oh, no, that's a shoe.
That's a Pioneer shoe, but it takes it back to the 10, so there is that now 3rd and 19.
They got to take advantage of this aggressive defense of Elyria and throw it a little bit deep.
Not on 3rd and long, though. Now they're going to have safeties. Twin trips to the far side, single receiver near side. That's Solomon straight ahead. Gets a block from Hyra Williams. John Solomon to the 40, 45, 50, 40, 35, 30. Caught from behind, but not before.
Wow.
He rips off a huge chunk of yardage. Got a nice downfield block from Hyro Williams, number 1.
Here comes a replay here.
61 for Solomon on his long run.
I think we're going to go live.
That's Kimball. There's
another
that's
hold.
That's going to be
maybe?
a hold, I think. Threw it right at one of the Titan linemen. I think they got Evan Rikovic. At least they hit him with the flag.
Yeah, that's.
You can't keep doing this, though. I mean, it worked once. Let's not make it a habit, guys. So that's back 10, 1st and 20. Solomon's run, here it is. He makes the cut, and there's the wide receiver. Just enough of a block to get him into the open.
All you need is a screen.
It's Chase Davis. Chase to the 30. Chase down inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds down near the 15.
That's move the sticks. Move the sticks. See, that's the counter they have.
That's down to the 15-yard line. Let's make it 1st and 10 and give Chase Davis 25 yards. 26, actually. Tom, here comes a state champion up the steps. Simone Witt, now a junior at Lorain, was the state shot put champion, Division I last year. And she's as nice a girl as you'd want to meet.
I don't know her, but I've heard a lot of things about her.
She works with the football team as one of the trainers.
Good.
And serves me my Diet Coke at the McDonald's up here. Solomon on the sweep. Down inside the 10, down near the 1st down. He's going to be short by about a yard.
See, with that defense that Elyria is running, the aggressive they are, you have to have counters.
Yeah, you got to have some misdirection.
And you have to be able to go wide.
Yep.
Because they're going to be
because they're bunched.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about in the box, and they are.
And they always jump to the power side. You see, there's 2 people over
Tight
here.
ends on this side, and now
they jump to the 1st down.
Yeah.
Force
so
them
the
to
Titans
jump.
will go inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 3 after they move this. What are they doing?
He's talking to Lorain.
Oh, I think that they're going to talk this over. I think the official on the far side might had Lorain moving. This is interesting. In any event, there's 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Now we'll see. And now they're going to walk it against Lorain.
Yeah.
So that instead of first and goal on the 3, it's third and goal on their 3rd and 6 on the 11.
That changes strategy because now you have to go look there.
There's the strong side flip.
See, another thing, you're going to have to go weak, too.
Salmon bounces it out, takes a licking, but gets down inside back to the original line of scrimmage. Got the penalty yards back. So it's going to bring up 4th and 1. And it's decision time. But this is a rivalry.
Yes.
Coach Damian Creel is on the opposite 40 talking on the headset.
Are they discussing field goal?
No, they're signaling the play.
Okay.
That's Coach Sturgill and Coach Morrow, and I'm not sure who the third one is. Coach Franklin, maybe.
You don't want to take a delay of the game.
You want to take a timeout here if you're going to do anything.
Two, yeah.
Salmon, now he's not going to get, he might.
Yeah,
No,
he got over the line.
He did not get over the line according to the official. Oh, they are saying he got it. Okay, I thought he had to get inside.
I think he was held up at about the 6, and then he spun away and made
won
it
the
to the
contest.
4. Yeah.
And we'll get a good look at it.
Right here, he's on the 6
He got hit in the backfield, lunged ahead on top of a body. Timeout.
Maybe a measurement.
There's no give-backs here. You signaled. Okay. We have such a terrible angle, we can't tell where that stick is that's a yard off the field.
Yeah.
The nose of the football is across the 5.
They're going to bring out for a measurement. This is a crucial measurement, and it's all where they put that clip.
Well,
on what side of the line they put the clip.
Yeah.
There's a lot of slack in that line right now.
Sure looks like trouble for Lorain.
Yeah.
He's only got to hit the stick. That's how close it is. You can see him looking.
Elyria seems to think that they haven't made it.
We don't have any pointers out there.
And they're saying you missed it by about 6 inches.
And that's kind of where I thought we were after the play, where the official on the near side. Now, Coach Creel is saying the guy that spotted the wrong guy spotted the ball. And he's saying you signaled. Why are we doing it over? Let's measure. Let's go best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
That's good work by the assistant coach.
Yeah.
So the Titans flip the field but stay out of the end zone. And with 2:54 to go in the first quarter, the Pioneers will take over for the second time, this time at their own 5.
Now they have to do some defensing, especially on those little short passes.
Now you don't want to let them flip the field or worse, drive it the length. And they have had big success on the bubble screens thus far.
Yeah. Well, they got trips on the left.
And no wide receiver. They've got a tight receiver on the near side, a tight end. Looks to be Tio Perez, number 6.
I don't know if they have enough people to defend a screen.
Well, we got 2.5 out there with a safety favoring it, but okay, want to throw it down the field. Got him. Outplayed us in the air.
Yeah, that was just a great catch.
That was number 12, Xavier Church, the wide receiver. We had a man there who just misread the ball while it was in the air. And Church went up and made a really fine catch for a 35-yard gain. Fortunately for Lorain, he hit the turf. Godbolt gets the signal, switches the side of Gilbert, now puts him back on his left hip. Straight back again. Godbolt wants to throw. Again, they have a man, but this is going to be a touchdown. 95 yards in 2 plays for Elyria.
Well, Elyria's on the board first. I thought it was going to come down to Elyria's defense and Lorain's offense, and it looks like Lorain is going to have to bolster up their pass defense.
Number 8, B.J. Todd gets behind the defense, takes it 60 yards from Godbolt, and the Pioneers are on the board. It's always such a coincidence. 2 schools have the same fights on.
Yeah, yeah.
I think, is this going to be a drop kick, or is he going to get a holder?
Not yet.
Well, the kicker is out there. That's Tim Rader. Now here comes, he's not above some trickeration here. Stephen Mahler is the holder. Now there's a whistle. And I am not sure what that was. That young man got sent off because his knees weren't covered. Equipment violation. I hope everybody on the sideline noticed that. Offsides. Titans in the near side were offsides. Oh, nope. Excuse me.
Elyria.
0 for 2.
Yeah, Elyria. Some movement.
Must have been out here on the near side of the field because the wingman for the Titans got a great jump out here. Same play, 5 yards further.
I watched this kid in warm-ups.
Antonio Pride, 26.
He has a leg to make this.
Absolutely, and much more.
But he don't.
Somebody got a piece of it. Somebody got a piece of that. I couldn't tell you who.
There's a plus.
But it was short, so it'll be. So we've got 2:19. That took all of 35 seconds for Elyria to go 95 yards.
On 2 plays.
It was a 35-yarder and a 60-yarder.
And both were great catches.
Yes. And both were really fine throws.
Yeah. Well, Lorain is preparing for that onside kick. They have 6 up there.
They've got 9 above the 30.
Yeah.
Now, Buchanan drops a little deeper on the near side now.
Yeah, he's coming back
now
up.
Hyro Williams moves up with him up to between the 25 and 30. So single is Osir Kimball is the only one back.
Last time they did a little pooch kick high. This time he drove it deep.
And that's going to hit and roll into the end zone. That you couldn't place that any better in high school. So they've kicked off twice. There hasn't been a return either time. The first time was out of bounds to the 35, and now it'll start at the 20. And what a weapon it is in high school football when you can kick it in the end zone.
In the end zone. Yeah. I like to see Lorain do some kickoffs.
Yeah, that would mean after.
You told me they put 2 in the end zone last week, so we got to get a couple touchdowns to see him.
Well, Tom, and when you look at that, I mean, that flag is hanging as limp as could be after the last 2 nights of weather in Lorain and vicinity. There is absolutely no movement. Even the little pennants on top of the goalpost are hanging. Third possession for Davis and Lorain. Give straight ahead. No, Solomon. Solomon gets out. Contact was at the line of scrimmage. Give him 4 after contact. out near the 25 for Big John.
Well, you have to keep him honest going up middle, but you got to work on some things.
You got to work on the edges. Well, they've got a sort of a safety now.
It's 6 yards deep.
Davis, there's the slant we were talking about, Tom.
Yeah.
Broken tackle out to the 40 yards. And that was number 12, Noah Buchanan, the senior wide receiver.
And he had a lot more yardage coming. To watch this linebacker coming from, from behind. That was Williams. That's their main man right there.
Okay, yep. So gain is 16 and a first down. Salmon through the hole, got hit, got out across the 45 to the 46. Give him 6 on first down.
Yeah, Elyria's pushing that Williams, their linebacker number 3, as an all-state linebacker. He played behind Johnson last year.
Okay. Again, it's Salmon, and that went nowhere. Same play. And what they're trying to do is run that zone read. And they've run it once to success. But Chase has got to take that fake wider, number 1, because he's taking that fake right toward the end.
That line has to start living up to their reputation here.
So 3rd and 5, this is a huge play for Lorain.
Yeah, they do have a safety in now. They're in four deep.
Johnny Geiger on the near side is single covered. Now there's a timeout. Appreciating the moment, Coach Creel will go out and talk to the offense. So, Tom, Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical provider for Lorain Schools Athletics. Cleveland Clinic's team of sports medicine specialists delivers high-quality care to all athletes from high school to the Cavaliers and Guardians. Visit clevelandclinic.org/sportsmedicine to learn more. And I'll tell you, Lorain has been very fortunate for the last several years to have trainer Tracy Menges from the clinic. I don't think we're allowed to say on staff because she's a clinic employee, but she might as well be. Every one of the coaches,
always,
every one of the coaches would tell you she's a part of their staff, and she gets kids ready. Should never put a kid in harm's way, but she makes you understand the difference between hurt and injured.
And the trainer she has.
And now she's got quite the student staff with her. Set to go here, 3rd and 5. Davis in trouble. Davis trying to get the corner, flips it ahead. That's an incomplete pass. Tried to get it ahead to Lopez, which was about all he could do as he was in the grasp. So now it's 4th and 5. I'm not sure. Okay, are we going to? I'm looking for Reggie Williams. That's what's going to tell me. Reggie Johnson.
He's out there. He's out there.
Yeah, Reggie's out there. So the Titans will get set to punt for the second time. Turned it over on downs the last possession on the 5. So Elyria, after the score, holds the Titans after 1 first down. Snap to Reggie. He takes it, gets the boot away. And that bounced out of bounds. So it's going to be out.
About the 23.
Okay, is it inside the 25?
Yeah.
Oh, look at him walk. Keep walking, my friend. Down at the 22. Okay.
They've already marked it off.
Yeah, he was down at the 18.
Yeah.
I like him better.
Yeah. One of the other officials is saying, hey, I already have this.
Yeah.
Now you got to get some pass defense.
Okay, it's James Bond time. 007 on the scoreboard. 1 play probably in the quarter. The sun is out on the far side of the field, Tom,
For the Elyria fans?
first time this evening.
Yeah.
You can see a little glare. Godbolt will take the snap, 2-2 on the last drive. There's a give straight ahead, and getting nowhere fast. The middle of that line, Luke Wilson, 99, and that'll do it for the quarter. We have played one at the George. Elyria 6, Lorain nothing. Back with more after this timeout.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Back here set to start the second quarter, 2nd and 9 for Elyria on their 24-yard line. First quarter was a tale of two big plays. Each team had a 60-yard plus play. Lorain went 65 to get it across midfield, but was held at the 5, and then Elyria threw a 60-yard bomb to get on the board. Godbolt looking, got a man.
Real close to an interception.
That was B.J. Todd. The nice coverage there. B.J. Todd has 8 inches on Hyro Williams. Hyro is listed at 5'10", and that's if he's standing on his helmet.
That was Reggie Johnson that almost made the interception.
Was it?
Yeah.
So same
After
formation on 3rd and 9. Pioneers looking to go quick.
I think they're covering that little bubble screen a little better now.
Yeah.
There's deep,
Godbolt
there's deep, there's deep.
Got him, but he overthrew him. And that had touchdown written on it.
Yeah.
That was intended for Todd yet again. And that just missed him.
Yeah.
So Titans hold, and it'll be 4th and 9, punt time for the Pioneers. Tim Rader will come in to kick.
I'd be careful. This coach always has some wild ideas about what to do on situations.
Yeah. Titans had too many, apparently. Avery Martin came off. Kick is short. Nobody's going to come up. They're going to let it hit. And now knocked down, picked up. Kimball. There's a flag. I have no idea
where that came from.
I mean, I know where it came from. I don't know what it was for. Because the official on the spot didn't call anything, which would lead me to believe it's more on a block than it was on
face mask or anything
like
that.
Face mask, because yep, it's against Lorain. Now, this is something Lorain didn't do last week. Was the crucial penalty. Yeah. And they've already had the one on 3rd and 1 that cost them, a chance at a 1st and goal. And now they're going to get probably pushing the back on the Titans. Take it back 10 to the 30.
Yeah, I'm looking at this defense of Elyria, and they're playing strong. Lorain has to go weak one time.
Yeah.
Watch.
A counter play. I'm just surprised we haven't seen Hyro Williams in motion, because he's their bug, if so to speak, out there in the slot on the far side. They're going to go that way. Salmon gets into the hole and gets about 3. There's a flag in the backfield. I don't think the Titans were set. Illegal substitution on Elyria. They didn't get off in time. How about that?
Well,
you know, that's the back judge behind the, or not the back judge, but the head referee, isn't it? Behind the offense. You don't expect a defensive penalty.
No.
But he signaled. So now they are going to walk it off. So that'll bring it out to the 35 and make it 1st and 5. Titans benefited from 2 of these on their first possession that got them first downs. Here's the motion. They go behind the motion. Salmon got 3, maybe. Of course, the penalty makes it 2nd and short.
Yeah, Elyria didn't adjust their defense at all to that motion. So
none. Now, that was Hyro
in motion.
Williams getting part of the play in from the sidelines and then going to the far side of the field. He fakes the bubble screen. They throw the slant. Noah Buchanan across the 50, 1st down. Tackle was Denjalo Childress. That was a strike from Chase Davis.
Well, that's what you always get when you're playing your safety at about 6 yards.
Yep, and he gives him time to clear the linebacker and threw it right into between the 1 and the 2. 1st and 10 Lorain on the Elyria 48. Davis again over the middle, had a man.
Caught it. Caught it. Who was that? I can't see a
That's
number.
Jeremiah Lopez, 23, I believe.
Coming from that tight end slot position.
Slot position.
Cross field, yep.
He ran kind of a circle. Another good throw by Davis, by the way. And all of a sudden, 1st and 10 inside the 30 at the 28. Titans looking to tie it up or take the lead. Salmon. All of a sudden, 2 pass plays. Salmon gets a 1st down before he falls over a combination of a wide receiver and Tommy Turf.
See, that's what that passing game does.
Yep.
It loosens your
And that's
rush.
Buchanan, just got pushed back into him. 1st and 10 at the 16. And that was an easier gain than the 65-yarder was. He was there was no one with if he'd have gotten around the wide receiver, he'd have scored.
See, but they went to the weak side that time, and that's what happens. Now the weak side is
the wide side. Yep. And they tried to go in the B gap there, and it just wasn't there. Going to be a loss of a yard or so. 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Salmon's going to come out and get a break. Kimball's in the backfield. Number 2, Osir Kimball. Davis over the middle, had a man. That's Lopez again, inside the 15.
He's running that little crossing pattern right behind the linebackers.
So he got about 5 or 6. It's going to be 3rd and, let's call it 8.
They're going to have to utilize this wide side a little bit.
They're at the 14, and they have to get to the 7. So 3rd and 7. And they do have to get to the wide side. That's still Kimball back there with Chase. Got a personal protector. He's left-handed. There's a flag.
Touchdown if there's
Hyro Williams to the house, but there's a flag.
Yeah, because I see
it's
the
coming
official,
back. They're already
holding.
signaling. That was a beautiful pitch and catch. I was blocked by the pillar, but I saw the flag and I saw the official signal. So the holding will bring back the penalty. And it was down before the ball was released.
Yeah, I can see it right there.
Yep. Joe Bach rubbed some fertilizer on one of our little monitors, and we all of a sudden have an 18-inch monitor.
Yeah.
And 3 big screens across the top of the press box, a big screen in the other side for the press. We had 2 footballs on the field.
Looking like a field goal attempt.
Reggie Johnson's going to try a field goal on 4th and 8.
Wait. Get him in there. Okay, here we are.
I'm not, Tom, you want to explain something to me?
No, you can't decline that. They declined the.
If they declined the penalty, why didn't we get the touchdown?
Did they say he was out of bounds on the catch?
Well, I mean, he was inside the yellow line. So I am really confused what happened there. And we don't have Parker with us, unfortunately. So this will be 31 yards for Reggie. Spot down from Joseph Wyatt. Kick is away. Kick is long enough. It is good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a strange, because if I was Elyria, I would have taken the 10 yards and put them back maybe out of field goal range. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure how, if they declined the penalty, we didn't get a touchdown.
Like you said,
did we save that highlight by any chance? I'm checking with the truck, Tom.
Okay.
Here it comes. Thank you, Mr. Baraga, sir. There's the rollout. Signal. There's the block in the back. The throw.
Oh, no,
he dropped it. Okay. My bad. I did not see the ball hit the ground the first 3 times I watched it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Apologies to the officials. They were right. I did not see that football.
No, I thought he caught the ball.
So Reggie Johnson with the field goal, and now he'll kick away. 8:36 to go in the half. Titans on the board, trail 6-3. Really a nice night for football, Tom.
Yes.
Reggie gets it away. It's a deep kick inside the 5, right at the 5. It's taken by a Pioneer. Straight up the side to about the 21, there, where he meets Team Titan.
I don't see any blue shirts that are not around the ball on that one.
Right. Little jawing going on out there.
And his teammates are escorting him off the field.
I think that's Larico Baker, number 1.
Was he the ball carrier?
Yeah. They were probably just asking what they did this summer. And
yeah.
That's usually what happens in situations like that. Guys just haven't seen each other in a while. Godbold will take the snap from the 20-yard line. There's a given in the backfield.
That's Manning?
I think that's Big Julius. Yep, Julius Manning smelled that out from the weak side, loss of almost 5. We'll call it 2nd and 14.
Well,
oops, now it'll be another 5 because there's the wide receiver.
Yeah. What did it normally say about dancing before the music
Yeah,
started?
and he's trying to say, I'm in the backfield, I'm allowed to move, but you can't simulate the snap, which
Yeah.
he was going forward. So they'll take it back to the 11. Now the defense has to make a play.
Make a play. Don't let them out of the hole. Here's a little counter.
Yep, quarterback keep. Godbolt got the loss back and about 3 more. It's going to bring up 3rd down, but it's going to be 3rd and manageable at 3rd and 6.
I don't know who came from behind.
Yeah, I didn't get a number either.
Is that Wilson?
So big play here, 3rd and 6. Joseph Wyatt, the safety number 3, fakes a
Like a blitz. There,
blitz.
He's going to come up to cover
the
that bubble
slot
screen,
man,
I
yeah.
think.
There's the fake over the middle. Got the tight end. Nice pitch and catch for the first down. That's Tio Perez, who's a big fella
Yeah.
at 6'2", 210, but
See, I say they're both are receivers. They're 6'3", 6'2".
he puts a hand on the ground every play in there and blocks. But picked up a first down there on a nice pass from Godbolt. Straight ahead. Uh-oh, that's trouble. Stephen Gilbert
You got to leave your feet.
run down on the angle by Osir Kimball, number 2. But that's a huge play.
Wow. Looks like Joseph Gaines is going in there to replace somebody.
Down to the 14 from the 32. Give him 54 on the carry. And just like that, the Pioneers are in the red zone. Godbolt and Gilbert still in the backfield. Godbolt wants to throw. Now he's in trouble on the run. Throws it away. I don't think this is,
Yeah.
that's not the league where you can do this, is it?
Yeah, NFL, you got to go forward. You got to
Well,
go.
I crossed the line, but
Yeah.
I think you got to have a receiver in the area. I don't think you're allowed to just dump it.
And that's what he did, obviously.
There's
and
no doubt about that.
And he would admit to that. I had to
To
get
every
rid of
man
it.
but the one in the stripes. And that's what Coach Creel wants to know.
Yeah.
Again, there's the bubble screen, dropped it. And there's a hold on top of it. 32 for Lorain. Avery Martin was out there, and B.J. Todd was hanging on.
Yeah, number 8.
Now you got to decide. We know about the leg of the Elyria kicker. Do you want 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 20? Well, we want 2nd and 20.
20. Yeah, that's a well. Who's out here on an island somewhere?
Yep. Going to throw again. Godbolt going the weak side. He's got a man behind everybody, but he just overthrew the wide receiver, Xavier Church. Now it's 3rd and 20. And it's obviously 4-down territory.
I think you got to bring a linebacker to blitz in there because they're throwing mostly they're playing to either the screen, that little bubble screen, or deep.
Mm-hmm.
Linebackers have no pass
Somebody's got to
responsibility.
recognize number 6, the tight end, Perez. He's up on the far side. He's on the wing this time. Wide receiver out, just got on the line, so. going to be a keeper, and it's been kept. First was on the scene was Noah Buchanan, number 90, but he had friends right there too. Also in there, Noah Smith, number 6. So now it's 4th and 26 at the 30. Just inside the 30. Call it 4th and 25. Timeout, Elyria.
If they go for the field goal, it's going to be about a,
almost 48-yarder?
Yeah.
And you know, Woody Hayes used to say about the pass, 2 things can happen, or 3 things can happen, 2 of them are bad.
Yep.
Well, you know, with a long field goal, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. You can miss it, or you can get it blocked, because you have to go a little bit lower and a little bit longer.
And I don't see a kicker coming out.
And it's the quarterback.
Yeah.
Godbolt is out. All alone in the backfield. He's going to have 2 receivers to the top.
2 receivers to the bottom.
I think they're short a man.
3, 4, 5. Nah, 10.
Did he catch that?
No.
Doesn't matter either way. That was a good hit by the Titans safety.
Who was that? Is that Buchanan?
32 is that?
Or 12?
I think it's Avery Martin. 32.
Oh, 32, okay.
Sophomore Avery Martin. So the Titans will take over. And even if he had caught that, by the way, it would have been short. But the 29's a lot better than the 9.
But that was a great defensive play. I mean,
it sure was. But we'll see it right here.
Because he is open. Right now he's open.
The pass was a little bit late, but he waited for him to clear the corner. And you know what? That's number 2, Osir Kimball, rather than 32. Osir went up and met the receiver the same time the ball got there. So timeout now on the field, because they're sending another the Pioneer timeout. Well, isn't that interesting? I wonder if the Titans showed something different.
I didn't see.
Or they didn't have 11 guys.
I didn't see anything that the Titans would have done to make them think about it.
Because a change of possession, you wouldn't think they'd be out.
Timeout.
Yeah, unless they only had 10 or 12.
Well, they're working on strategy of some sort.
Now, it's important to remember that the Titans got the opening kickoff. So that means Elyria will get the ball to start the second half. So what you don't want to do is let them double up.
No. It's always better to have momentum going into the halftime locker room.
And it seems like the Titans have been on offense all night, because the one Pioneer drive was 95 in 2 plays.
I think Buchanan has a chance to go over the middle.
Salmon around the corner. John Salmon out of bounds, gets outside the 35. I don't know where he's going to be marked, at the 36. So he got 7, be 2nd and 3. They short-sided him that time, Tom.
Well, they're putting the power into the sideline, and they're running into power.
Yeah. What do you mean by power there, Tom?
You got that wing back and tight end on the same side over here.
Okay, and we're going to run into it again, huh? That's a – whoa. John Salmon hurdled a man. There's a flag, and I don't think you can do that in high school.
I see Creel is no, not Creel. Somebody else is just questioning that.
Don't think you can do that.
You're not allowed to hurdle. Watch.
This is a dangerous play.
It's a dangerous.
First off, the flip was dangerous, but then, whoop. And I think Coach Creel's going to say he went under him as much as
Yeah.
So the flag is picked up.
Yeah. I didn't like that option play. Yeah.
There was a lot of moving parts in that one. So
that was a great idea to run the option.
but when you pitch it over a defender, it's usually trouble. So I think during the films tomorrow, I think Chase will be asked to leave that one in
now
the
they
bag.
got weak side wide.
Now they're going to take the power to the wide side. Now's
yeah.
the time to run this way. Instead, they go straight ahead, and there's nothing there.
So far, I think Elyria's defensive line is kind of winning the middle. But that will change as they get tireder.
Yeah. So they gave him about a yard out to the 43. 4:45 to go in the half. 2nd and 9. I've got 2nd and 43 on the scoreboard. Oops. Chase Davis is going to be in trouble here, and he's going to lose. That just never had a chance from the get.
Bad read, yeah.
They were trying to run the zone read, I think. And loss of about 2, so instead it'll be 3rd and 11. Clock's running at 4:08.
3rd and 11.
Yeah.
See, Buchanan, they have nobody in the middle.
Yeah, there's a slant all open over there.
Now 25 or 24 here will hold him up a little bit, but I think he can get to the middle.
He's got a man. There's Buchanan. Needed a little bit more air.
He got bumped a little bit. I think that little bumping is allowed.
Oh, your ball wasn't in the air yet, I don't think. And it was good coverage. That was Lorain Anderson-Oliver out there along with 24 Caden Daniels for the Pioneers. And Reggie Johnson is on to punt. 24 made the play. Daniels.
I think the Elyria return man is a little deep.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a punt that long. They put 2 of them end to end and not get it to the goal line. Oh, they had a block there. If they
nice
there's
roll.
A break. Pick it up, fellas.
Yeah.
We got to have some directional courses here. Punts down at the 25, where Elyria will take over. 3:25 to go. They're already ahead 6-3. They're going to get the ball coming out at the half.
Here's Tracy we were mentioning on the big screen now.
Yeah, trainer Tracy Menges filling a cup. They're getting the ace bandage out of a cup.
Xavier Church is over on this side. He's one of the receivers, and
yep.
Todd's on the other side. We got two safeties.
He looks in the middle on the far side.
We got 2 safeties.
That's where they're going to go, right there.
And
dropped it. That was Todd.
Yeah.
Nope, that was 10. Excuse me. That was Stephen Mahler, 6'1" junior. And Godbolt did a nice job letting him clear the slant zone and get behind.
There's a flag out there. I didn't see the flag getting thrown. It's in the holding area.
Holding or roughing.
Hold, yep.
I think you take him back here. So that'll take it back to the 15 and make it 1st and 20. Here comes motion from Todd, and they hand it off behind him to Gilbert. Gilbert, Todd, and Godbolt. Are there 3 Elyria names or
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
Where, is there
Yeah.
a Maxwell out there? There's another flag, and Titans are pointing Elyria.
Could that be unsportsmanlike?
Oh, it was sure late. Now, one of the Pioneers that's over there was involved in a little verbal to-do a little earlier. Now, it's still live. Here comes the official.
Number 7,
There was a little, he got the push. He give Lopez a shove. And so it'll go back. Now, that should be a dead ball foul. So the gain is taken away back to the 11, but the down counted.
Yeah.
So instead of 1st and 20, it's 2nd and 24.
Is this wide over here? I'd bring him a little deeper.
Well, they better get an 11th guy. That's what they were looking for. They were short a wide receiver. There's the knock down at the line. There was a flag there, too.
It's one way to stop the bubble screen.
Well, that was just going to be a delay.
Not a bubble, not a screen, but just that out pass.
They were looking to get everybody cleared and get Anderson Oliver a little room to run. Now there's an illegal substitution for Elyria. Evidently that man that ran on was his 12th man. Or
he wasn't in the, I don't know.
Or it's an equipment thing.
That puts them back to the 5.
Yeah, they're marching backwards. It's going to go back to the 6 and be 2nd and 29. 2:44. The one thing this has done is run
the
clock a little bit. Elyria has 2 timeouts. Lorain 1. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see him run it here. And that's a big gainer out across the 20. Knocked backwards is Gilbert, but he got a nice gain. It's going to be still 3rd and, let's see where they mark him. 26, 22. And they've got to get to the 35, so it's 3rd and 13. 2:12 to go, clock running.
You got to get a stop right now.
Yep. Oh, they're not going to. He's got him. Overthrew him, though.
Yeah.
Godbolt, you know what he did there, Tom? I noticed that he dropped the elbow that time.
Oh, I knew. I wasn't watching. I was watching the receiver.
Yeah, he got under that one a little bit. And so the Titans' defense does its job. Elyria took over on the 25, and they drove backwards 3 yards after all that. But there's only 1:53 to go. Joseph Wyatt is deep along with Osir Kimball. 2 on the far side, 3 on the near side. Elyria again with the substitution issue.
Somebody might have been offside.
I thought the center jerked the ball, but that's just me. Kimball tried to fair catch it, now falls on it. Back inside the 40 at the 37. Osir let it hit his pads.
Yeah. So they have 1:40. Can they establish something?
So Coach Creel's got a decision to make here. Going to open it up a little bit, or what do you want to do here, Tom, first down?
Well, Buchanan is wide, but they got safeties in now.
Everybody's to the far side.
Everybody, well.
This might be a time to run the jet sweep to the near side. Although you do have the tight end over here.
You see,
Yeah.
they're not having success in the middle.
Yeah. Timeout, Elyria.
Yeah, Leary's thinking they want to force the punt and get the ball back one more time.
They've got
for their
another
passing games.
timeout. And they've had the ability to get behind the Lorain defensive backs all night.
Yeah, all night with tall receivers.
Yes. They hit one. So Coach Creel out in the defensive huddle here. What do you think?
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen him go wide on first down there.
Yeah.
Just to, you know, that's a second guess, and it's easy after the straight ahead play didn't work. We'd like to thank the Northeast Ohio Buick GMC dealers and Joyce Buick GMC for supporting our school this year. Whether you're looking for a new GMC truck or a used Buick SUV, drop in at Joyce Buick GMC and check out their inventory for a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles. Go Titans. Chase Davis brings them out. It says stick says first, but it's 2nd and 10. Comes jet sweep. Nope, they fake it. It's got a man. Salmon. Ooh.
It looked like a little bit of a hold right there.
I didn't think. I thought it was just some bumping and.
Okay.
I didn't know if John picked up the ball to make a play on it is honestly what I was worried about. See, this is high school, so it's not the they, you know what? That was as much 5 as it was the, yeah.
It was just hand fight,
hand combat. Nothing there. So now it's 3rd and 10.
They still have that little crossing pattern to that.
Here comes motion from Lopez. John Salmon cuts it up. Nothing doing. Got it out
Leary's
to the
gonna call
38.
timeout again.
Elyria's going
Leary's
to take
gonna
their
call timeout,
that
yeah.
incomplete pass gave them what they needed.
Yeah.
We'd be under a minute. But they were able to stop the clock after each. And John Salmon's hurt.
Yeah.
Comes down to one knee right with the trainer at the 50-yard line on the sideline, grimacing. I don't know. They're looking at looks like his left wrist.
Well, he has been taking a beating running the ball up the middle.
So there's timeout on the field, 1:27 to go. Lorain's going to punt the ball away, or you and I are going to be the two most surprised people in the stadium.
No.
Reggie Johnson, the punter, number 8. Last year they listed him as a kicker, Tom. This year they listed him as a wide receiver, a defensive back, and a kicker. Well, some injuries to the team. And last year he ended up playing, the field some and liked it.
Have they had any soccer games?
I do not know.
Okay.
I'm sure they have, but I don't know what their result was. Reggie gets it away. He short-stepped that one. It's going to hit it inside the 35 and bounce down inside the 20. Okay, see, now that one was still rolling to the good, fellas.
Yeah.
Brandon Serrano, a sophomore, number 24, downed it for Lorain. So, again, we have got to work on which way the ball is rolling, Tom. We're going to spot it right at the 19. So, Elyria with 81 yards to pay dirt in 1:17.
There's the Titan with the honor guard.
Yeah, and the mascot, Titus.
Somebody got to be spying on the quarterback, too, because he can run the ball.
Yep. His name's Godbolt. We know that. He looks. He's got a man up here. And tried to run before he had it. That was D'Angelo Childress on the coverage. Our closest Titan was Johnny Geiger, number 11. That was a good cushion that time.
Well, you got to give him a cushion. You don't want to get beat deep.
Right.
Not at this stage of the game.
He's 8 yards off over here. Same play. No, it's a slant this time, but the same result. Different receiver. That was Church that time. So 2 attempts to Childress and Church. Let's see if they have another letter C to throw the ball to. It's going to be Church out here again as the single receiver.
I'd be looking for Todd, wherever Todd's at.
He's the
8.
Yeah. He's looking again on the short side, and he overthrew him that time.
Oh, no, I would not.
That was a dive. And Geiger's going to hear about it, but that was a dive.
That forced him to a punt.
That's good coaching right there.
Yeah.
And they had the ball for 12 seconds, Tom. And one of the Pioneer linemen, Zion Newsom, number 54, shaken up there. 6'4", 285. So Raider is in to kick.
They only got 10 on the field.
Well, we've got 10 on the line. And a single setback. So let's see if we take a shot here. High snap.
Oh, that's roughing.
Yeah, they got it.
Stay away from it.
That's when you wanted to take the chance.
That's all right.
Titans had a shot at blocking it. And what you've got to learn when you block punts is not to go for the man, but to go out in front of the man.
About a yard or two where
the ball's going to be.
Yeah.
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 It's spotted. The choice is going to be the 43 or the penalty. I'm assuming it's a personal foul.
See, he went straight at him. He didn't.
Yeah, that was O'Sear, Kimball. And, the false step that the punter took, I think he was thinking he was going to try and take off.
They got what they wanted, a high snap.
Yeah. So that'll move the sticks and move the ball out to the 34. And Elyria's alive with 55. That play took as long as
the other
the
three
previous three. Whistle, flag, traveling. One of the Pioneers got moving a little quick there. And
he wanted to get a jump on it. They're going to go deep.
Yeah. And what's really interesting about that is they've been going to the single receiver side. Now they swing it. They've got a back in, but still the single receiver is to the near side. And the fake to the back, and Godbolt's going to take off. That was Wilson, and he slides. Luke Wilson flushed him real early. Got him down, and he slid at the 33, so it's going to be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be a gain of 4 after the penalty. Excuse me. Godbolt. There's the completion they've been looking for on that play. It's going to be a first down to number 12, Xavier Church.
Remember, the clock starts as soon as – who's calling timeout?
They've got
injury.
Somebody's down for Lorain.
No, that was Church on.
We've got to tighten down
side.
on one knee.
Okay. I was looking at Church, and he jumped up.
And that looks like Cameron Sledge, a defensive end, 58. That'll bring Brandon Buchanan Banks in, big 6'6" sophomore at the near side defensive end. Same play, same result. A completion this time to Stephen Mahler across the 50. Clock stops on the out of bounds with 7 seconds to go.
007 again.
Second time in 2 quarters, Tom.
Yeah, we got to play deep because they're not going to go for just a little out.
Yeah.
They're going to go for all the money.
Here comes the end around pass that they scope, just an end around.
Keep them in bounce.
That'll do it. That's
what they threw a pass.
Larico Baker, who threw a pass last week on the first play of the game after the onside kick. So a really entertaining first half. 6-3, Elyria leads, and we do have an injured Pioneer down in the middle of the field, and I'm not sure it's not the quarterback. It's definitely one of the skill guys. So we're going to be back here with the band show, I assume, Mr. Bach, but we'll step away until then and be back for the start of the third quarter.
What kind of Titans are we? This is a question we have to ask ourselves every day as we walk these halls. In Lorain City Schools, we are passionate about kindness. We believe one simple act of kindness can start the movement that changes the world around us. As a school, our positive behavioral intervention and support approach, or for short, PBIS, model is rooted in kindness. Our goal as a school is to increase our students and staff's kindness to self, kindness to others, and kindness to our environments. When we increase kindness in our school, we will decrease the behaviors that interfere with the positive environments we want in every school in our district. Let's see what that looks like in our buildings. The expectation of kindness in our schools starts the moment you begin your day. Upon entering classrooms, it is important that we remember to be on time, be prepared and have technology and supplies ready, be engaged and maintain a clean classroom. Our Titan expectation to be kind to self, kind of others, and kind to our environment extends to the hallways, in our restrooms, in the main office, in the cafeteria, and on school transportation. Our staff will be here to model, teach, and reward positive behaviors with the goal of creating a school culture of kindness. That's because the common expectations are designed to be the standard in every classroom and every school in Lorain City Schools. Titans, we know you can do this. Let's show the world what kind of Titans we are.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Nice job by the Marching Titans under the direction of Director Ted Terhune. And we are set to get underway for the second half. Reggie Johnson is out to kick off for Lorain, places the tee at the 40 as 10 mates join him. Reggie was the offense in the first half, Tom.
Yes.
He put the points on the board. John Salmon carried a big load with over 100 yards again, I'm sure.
Yeah, he has the ability to break one at any time, but
Right.
I'm giving credit to Elyria's defensive line with those linebackers. They're jamming up that middle.
And toward the end of the last offensive play the Titans ran, John came off shaking his left wrist. And I'm trying to check him out on the sidelines as the kickoff bounces down to the 12. They went for the pooch, and there's a big hole. This is trouble. This is big trouble. Oh, give us a break. Crossing the 50 to the 44, where the Pioneers.
Well,
That was number 30, Levi Springer. And hey, I got a correction from the crowd. Somebody's listening and said that young Justin Godbolt is not Tony's son.
it's not.
No. So we apologize to both and stand corrected. Thank you very much.
What relation is he? I
I
wonder.
don't know.
Huh.
They're both related as athletes, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And that's a great place to start the half from. Godbolt will put it in play at the 44 with Gilbert out there with him. It's going to be a quarterback keep. Cuts it back, got a big hole, and gashes Lorain for about 6 or 7. Down to the 38. Now, so it's going to be 2nd and 4.
I can see them doing a lot more of that this half. Now, they got the lead on the big passing game, but
Right.
it hasn't been that successful after those 2 long completions.
There's the give to Maxwell following his blockers. Titans hold him up, but he kept the feet churning down to the 30. That'll certainly move the sticks, and in 2 plays, 18 yards and a first down for Elyria. And that did not look difficult, Tom.
Like I said, I think they're going to do this, keep the clock running, and
Well, if they get up 2 scores, that
yeah.
could become problematic. And I do see Mr. Salmon on the sidelines. That's a good sign. In pads. There's the running play. That one's come up and met in the backfield. Nice low tackle by Osir Kimball, number 2. Got down below the ball carrier. So 2nd and 12 at the 32. Got down underneath the pads of Mr. Gilbert that time and brought him down.
That's what it takes for open field tackling.
Yeah. Low pads win, right? Most times.
Always.
Godbolt, quick out, complete. First down and more. Knocked out of bounds inside the 20.
Somebody's hurt on the ground.
Yeah, we've got one of the linemen down for Elyria. 79, Jamil Abernathy. Now he gets up. Maybe just, beginning of the half, a lot of times in this weather, it's a cramp. So he's back ready to go. First and 10 for Elyria. Just inside the 20 at the 19.
Low snap, but that didn't
Nice
hurt.
job picking
Nice
it
tackle.
up, but nice tackle there.
I didn't see who it was. I didn't see who's even getting congratulated.
Might have been Noah Smith, number. I'm speculating, though. Timeout. Officials timeout. Who's that down? That is Maxwell down. Here's the replay. Bounces it outside. That's
That
no,
Sledge?
I think it's
58.
It is
Sledge.
58 Sledge. Yeah, that was cramping. You can see it as he tries to jog off.
Yeah, they said you got to start hydrating on Wednesday.
Yep.
Not an hour before the game. It takes more than just water to hydrate.
You're right. You've got to keep the muscles.
Yeah. You get electrolytes in you.
Yep.
Okay, got trips this side, wide side.
God, remember the old days when they hand you a salt tablet?
Oh,
Tom?
Yeah, we had a half a bucket full of them. Ooh.
Hit as he's trying to throw. Godbolt's pass falls harmlessly to the ground. That was a good hit there by the outside linebacker. I want to say that was Lopez. Timeout for Elyria, is it?
Who do they signal?
Do not know who. We'll have to wait and see the scoreboard change. Didn't
Yeah.
see it. But it's 3rd and 12. It's a huge play for both teams.
If Elyria doesn't make it, do you think they go for the field goal with the kicker they have?
You know, I was just adding up 31, 38 yards it would be from there. 38 or 39. We saw him get it that far in.
I see him kick a
Pregame.
50-yarder, yeah. And he had yards to spare.
But that doesn't take into
No.
account a snap and a hold and
A rush.
Yeah. Timing.
And the fact that he's been roughed before on the punt, I don't know if he's going to be gun shy.
Yeah, you know, that's always, you know, if you don't give up points on a roughing the kicker, sometimes that can be a great play for your defense. If you make, you know, if it makes the other team gun shy.
There's somebody with cramps on Lorain down on the laying on his back.
I think that's Sledge. Well, they better make a decision here because 21 guys are ready to play. They're going to help him off. And it is a cramp. It's number 11, Johnny Geiger, the cornerback.
They walk it off. That's what they always say, walk it off.
So we've got a backup out here lined up across from Mahler, number 10.
They're giving a lot of cushion out there on this side. Oh, here comes a blitz. And I think he made the sticks.
Oh, he sure did. On the second effort. And Godbolt stood in there and took a shot.
The blitz was coming and from outside, and
now Godbolt's got the helmet off and he's pounding the ground. And yep. So we're going to get a play with a backup quarterback, it looks like.
oh, he's cramping out too. Wow.
This humidity
Yeah.
is the kind of weather for it. Boy, you know, every year, the first game of the season, somebody tries to hand us the 50-50 winner.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd give them $20, take it, and take it upstairs. $9:17 to go in the third quarter. Elyria's got a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. They lead 6-0. And while they're out stretching, I think it's appropriate. When you're hurt during a big game or have a joint, bone, or muscle injury, don't wait for treatment. Go to a Cleveland Clinic Ortho Express Care where orthopedic specialists can see you without an appointment. For more information, visit clevelandclinic.org/orthoexpress for more info. So the only other quarterback we can find on the Elyria roster is a sophomore.
He's way down there.
Number 27, but that's not him.
They got 9.
That looks like Braylon Reese, number 9, as they go to the inverted bone or fully loaded pistol.
Yeah.
And I think this is kind of a wildcat situation for him.
Well, I remember Fox, when he was at EC, he had a jumbo formation that he used to put somebody big back there running the ball a lot. So he probably brought that over to Elyria with him. Godbolt is still limping off. That's more than just a little cramp.
So the field is cleared. Number 9, Braylon Reese will take the snap. We'll have to keep an eye for Godbolt. And there's the fumble of the snap. And he's in trouble back at the 20, brought down for a rather large loss. Titans Johnny on the spot there. And that looked like that was Hyro Williams, number 1.
Looks like they're getting out of their jumbo formation.
Well, there goes a helmet. Now who's going to take a snap? Oh, now here comes Godbolt. Or is it?
No, that's
number
Reese.
9 again. That's Reese again. He went out, fired his helmet to the ground, picked it up, put it back together, and came back in. There's the quick bubble screen, complete. Got most of the loss back down to the 10.
But that was Gilbert that threw the ball, wasn't it?
That was Baker that caught it. No, that was 9 that threw the ball.
Okay.
And that's what he did. He caught it and let it fly. And speaking of fly, I think that's Elyria's kind of doing this on the fly right now. The only other quarterback listed is Justice Martin, and he's going to probably play tomorrow. He's a 5'10 sophomore. Now that is Gilbert.
Yes, Gilbert
takes the snap that time. They run into each other, and Gilbert goes straight ahead, down close to the 3-yard line, where it's going to be 4th and goal.
Right up the A-gap.
And that, that takes a big decision away from Elyria. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the replay, and then straight ahead, down to a...
They stayed in their normal formation rather than jumbo.
This is Gilbert going to take the snap.
Yeah.
And try to run behind.
And he did not make it.
Nope. It's going to be 1st and 10 Titans. Big stop by the defense. But the offense starts in a hole.
Way in a hole. But the last time Elyria had that 9 on a 5-yard line, they scored in 2 plays.
That was the middle of that defense. Julius Manning was in there.
How about
32
Wilson?
Avery Martin was in there. 99 Luke Wilson was in there.
I see he's listed at 320. Is he really 320?
No, he's lost quite a bit of weight.
I thought so. I think I seen in the paper him listed at like 280 or 270 or something like that?
I'm gonna guess he's about 275.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the Titans will start. Chase Davis is in his end zone with John Salmon next to him. You got to be careful here. There's motion. Let's see which way they go. Chase wants to throw, does throw. Oh, it's got off the double doink. Downfield across the 50. That's Joseph Wyatt to the 40-yard line. 57 yards off a defender.
What'd you call him, a double doink?
The double doink. Not how you draw this up, but off the arms of the defender. And Wyatt kept his eyes on the ball, pulled it down, and down to the 40. So took one play to flip the field right there, just like the Pioneers did.
Who called time this time?
That one I don't know.
Everyone still has 3
timeouts
on the board, so.
So the Titans go from the
3
R in Lorain out across the 50 to the 40. And that's really a good thing as they look to tie this one up. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, look no farther than Joyce Buick GMC. They offer a diverse selection of Buick and GMC sedans, trucks, and SUVs that can fit any lifestyle or budget. Joyce Buick GMC and Northeast Ohio Buick GMC dealers are proud sponsors of the Lorain High Titans. That energized the crowd, too. I mean, the defensive stand had it a little bit awake. And you know, Tom, one thing that it's nice to see, and we've had, no surprise that we've had, issues the last 2 years in coming back from the year we missed football.
Yeah.
But now here we are, and, the band is played and the crowd is here watching the game and into the game, and that's a good thing. Hobbling off is D'Angelo Childress.
With this class that are seniors now, the year they missed it
was their freshman year.
So they have 3 years to grow.
Yep.
So, everyone's looking for big things from this class.
Yep.
And Childress is out. I don't know if those are cramps or he's limping off the field.
He did not limp. They carried him off. So I'm not sure. They wind the clock for Chase Davis. And now we look over for the signal, see if the coaches want to change the play.
Chase is going to tell the lineman.
That's always, number 5 is always a good option. And he got about 3 straight ahead between left guard and center. Tyler Fogo and Evan Rikovic, a couple of seniors.
Lopez is back in there. He's the one who ran that little crossing pattern a couple times.
Avery Martin, 32, just came out. Haven't been able to get the ball to Hyro yet. Salmon breaks a tackle, gets down near the 30. It's going to be stopped at about the 31. It's going to be 3rd and a yard. There's a Titan down. In fact, there's a Titan and a Pioneer down at the 40-yard line.
54 for the Pioneers, Newsom, and he's back up already.
Okay. And so is the Titan, and it's number 90, Julius Manning. And that's fatigue as much as it is anything, because he bounced up.
He's playing both ways. I said he's going to need a break. You can't this time of the year, it's hard to play both sides of the ball all game long.
Especially in the trenches.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're getting popped every play.
You might be able to do it.
He's going to come out right now
in October, but not usually in August. I don't know who comes in his place.
Well, they listed actually on the 2 deep. They had 6 starting offensive linemen, but for the life of me, I can't find it. 3rd and 1, big play.
Look at that. They got
The whole
10 in the
world.
ball. Oh yeah. I seen him jump. That's that right defensive end over there. That puts them on the other side of the line.
What was really interesting is the right defensive end called it, but the official on this side of the field called the penalty. So instead of 3rd and 1, it's 1st and 10 at the 26. Noah Smith in, out, back in, out. Now, Hyro comes over here. This is the play that they threw the pass in the end zone to him. This is the same formation where he's all alone on the short side. Let's see if they try to dial that up again.
That's what you call 9 in a box right there. Because 12 is not. He's moved back into the safety position.
Yeah, he's all at 6 yards deep. There it is, but he was covered. And Chase makes a good decision, gets rid of it.
No one got called for roughing.
Yeah, it was
a little late
contact
hit.
after the
throw for sure.
Close. Camarion Wimbley was the pioneer delivering the blow, but just an incomplete 2nd and 10, and that's exactly what they wanted, Tom, was that same play with Hyro. Salmon carried along by a defender, on the hip of a defender inside the 25 to the 24 is where they spot him. So he picked up 2. It's 3rd and 8.
I thought.
Now this is not field goal range for the Titans, I don't believe. I could be mistaken, but 24 and 18 is 42. That's a boot.
Now I can see that same play come back with that zone read and let Chase keep the
keep
ball.
it.
Oh yeah, he was wide open.
They did it on a 3rd and long in the first quarter. And you know what? That is a good call. There's no catchable or uncatchable. That is pass interference on the defender who had the receiver wrapped up.
15
from the line. So one of the biggest plays of the game so far was no play at all. As the ball fell harmlessly to the turf. Now Chase has to come out for a play. And Osir Kimball comes in.
Well, he's taking the direct snap because Solomon's still going to be.
So we're going to run a little wildcat.
No, Solomon's going to take the snap.
Solomon will take the snap with Kimball to his left. Trips to the near side. Just like Elyria had trouble with the backup quarterback, Lorain. But Salmon makes something out of it and gets it down to the 5. Bobbled the snap that I think was going to be a handoff. Was smart enough to follow into the hole and got 7.
Yeah, that's a
now there's a whistle and somebody down again. This time it's a Pioneer, and both of these teams are having cramping issues. Now the Titans were down inside the 5 once before and got stopped on 4th and 1. This is 2nd and 3.
Yes.
Now I am looking in the huddle for there's another cramp.
Who's 0 for Calhoun?
That is Calhoun, Terrell Calhoun. Kimball's going back to the huddle. I'm looking for number 9.
There he is. There he is. All right.
There's 3:32 left in the third quarter. Elyria got the ball, drove down inside the 5. Titans stopped him on downs at the 3. First play was a 57-yard pass off the arms of a defender to Joseph Wyatt. And the Titans have then moved from the 40 down to where they are right now, 2nd and 3 on the 5. Throughout this quarter, players on both teams have had issues with leg cramps.
Yeah, this is the time of the year.
Tom,
Yeah.
you know, we lost a friend this past spring and a fellow Lorain Sports Hall of Fame committee member in Neil Summers, who played in a couple of these games when he was a Lorain Steelman. And I'd be remiss if I didn't remember our buddy Neil, and because he did a lot for WLCS as the head of the Lorain School Employees Credit Union, later the Achieve Credit Union. And, you know, to his family, we're thinking of you, and God bless. And, Neil, we miss you, buddy.
He's probably looking down right now.
Yeah.
Wondering what they're going to call. And glad they got a kicker coming from that soccer team.
Yeah, Neil was a soccer guy. Was the soccer coach for a while. And, of course, his son has the Lorain High School record. That was, at the time, it was the county record, 47-yard field goal that he made here, going in the other direction. Not that it's downhill that way or anything, but I remember that kick.
Well, it was one of the Elyria games where he kicked a 40-something yarder, and over in Elyria we beat
the
him.
very last game that Lorain High played.
That's exactly
1995, the
100th game. Yep.
100th game and the 500th win for the Lorain High Steelmen. That team started 1-3 and ended up 7-3. Mm-hmm. So we're ready for some football. Chase Davis back on the field for Lorain, I believe. Salmon to his left. And that's just Salmon.
In the
end
end
zone. The house. Is that John or is that Osir Kimball?
I think that's John.
I think that's Osir. I see the signal is up for 2. Don't I? Oh, no, Reggie's out there now. Well, can we?
Yeah. I didn't see it.
I tried to get a look again. So the Titans finally put it together, go 97 yards on their first possession. And that was John Salmon. Kick up, kick away, kick good. John Salmon from 3 yards. Reggie Johnson with the kick. And it's 10-6 Lorain. And that's a big point.
It is, because it takes the field goal
out of it. Yep. And should they score, keeps the field goal in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's John. Nice job by the right side of the offensive line and the guard that pulled and let him through. And for the first time tonight, we see the LHS flags on the track.
Well, that livened up the bench. And I hope that carries over to defense.
Yep.
Because last 3 minutes of the third quarter.
So we've played 9 minutes of the third quarter, and each team has had the ball one time.
Yeah.
And each team has driven down.
Almost the length of the field.
Elyria took the kickoff across the 50.
But they had a lot of plays from the 50 to held up on the 4.
Right.
Or 3.
And there it goes again. There go the flags. A little pep in the step of the Titans as they come out for this kickoff. Now, you'd sure like to see Reggie put one in the end zone here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, sure.
Because the squibber didn't work last time. Talks a little bit to the 4 guys on the far side of him as he tees it up just inside the left hash. Bounces it along. It's covered at the 40-yard line.
He was hoping that was going to get past that line down to maybe about the 30.
Or bounce
25,
off.
Yeah.
That was not unintentional, I don't believe. So even giving them the ball at the 40 is better than we started the last time on defense. Now the defense could really help us with a 3 and out here.
I see Godbolt's coming back in, so
Yeah.
cramp issues are over for this play anyway.
Yep.
One thing about cramps, they keep coming back.
Yeah, it's hard to get rid of them. Now they don't have a running back this play. Here comes one.
Now they come.
They were short too. That's Reese right there, the young man that took the snap, I believe.
Somebody's on the ground.
Number 4, let's correct me, Lorain Anderson Oliver, and we have another Pioneer down.
69, Alvarez.
Titans almost had the ball pulled out of there. I think that's what that was all about at the end. As Geiger was on top and got a little shove from the ball carrier. It was a get off of me shove, not you want to fight me shove. And Geiger's off on the side with a leg cramp. Now this does not look like a cramp. You know, when you see the telltale sign of a cramp is
Stretching that leg, yeah.
putting the foot in the belly of a trainer.
Yeah.
This looks like it might have been an ankle. For big Mr. Mike Alvarez, junior, 6 foot 270 offensive lineman. Coach Creel thinks of the team that never gets to leave the field, the officials, and takes them out a water bottle. Can't hurt. And Mike Alvarez is up and being helped off now. And it's good to see that he's limping but putting a little weight on that ankle. So we had the big gain to start the possession from Anderson Oliver, number 4. And he's back in next to Godbolt. He's got it again. Bounces it outside. Nice cut, another nice cut. And he's got big gain again, going to have another first down inside the 35. So, a little bit of a change of pace there.
Yeah.
Anderson Oliver with 2 carries and 2 first downs.
Junior, 5'10", 170.
Now he's
runs nice.
Hobbling off a little bit. And 0, Terrell Calhoun is in, it looks like, at running back.
Oh, my
goodness.
Yeah.
Somebody had the ball game in their hands, huh?
Yeah.
That's 32, Avery Martin. He played that like he was knew the signals. We can't say in the huddle anymore. And
wow, that would have been a
tomorrow during film, somebody's going to say, Avery, that's why you play defense. Look at how he read this. Sidearmed at a round one defender and off the hand of Martin, who would have caught it in stride. Straight ahead. That is 0. Calhoun. He's down to the 30. It's third and might give him the 31. Third and they need 7. Looks like they got to get inside the 25. It's Godbolt, and this is Anderson Oliver again. Godbolt.
Oh.
He's going to.
A little overthrown.
And he did a good job recognizing the line of scrimmage. Because when he took off, I thought he was going to keep it.
I thought he was gone.
In fact, I was afraid he was going to keep it.
Matter of fact, I thought the same thing.
And he stopped just short of the line.
Yeah.
Tossed it down into the end zone. I'm not sure that Godbolt would have scored, but I think he probably would have had a first down. Another big play for both squads here. Titans on top by 4. Elyria's got 4th and 7.
I think they have to call timeout.
Whistle. Timeout what? I'm not sure.
They're taking a little liberty on the 24-second clock.
Well, that was the referee that stopped the clock.
Yeah, back here.
And it stopped. It was an incomplete pass, Tom.
But you still got a 24-second clock
But,
going.
I mean, they stopped it because the clock was running.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the Titans hold again. And
all right, let's go offense.
once again, it looked to me like Godbolt might have dropped his elbow there and sidearmed that one in. Let's take a look here. Oh, no, he came over the top that time. They just missed connection. So with 1:22 to go in the third quarter, the Titans get the ball on top for the first time tonight. It is 10-6. And Lorain will start at their own 31-yard line. Osir Kimball is back there along with John Salmon. Has anybody seen Chase Davis? Salmon in the Wildcat got out to about the 34.
I don't know how limited their offense is with he in there and not Chase, though.
Well, and then you also wonder that on the 2 deep, the backup quarterback is the starter at this time last year, Joseph Wyatt.
Does he get any snaps at practice? I don't know.
So once again, it's the Wildcat, and I'm looking the sidelines and can't find. That's the give to Kimball, but that you could tell that mesh wasn't very good as the 2 ran into each other, and it's going to bring up 4th and long. No gain.
No, maybe 3rd and long.
3rd and long, rather. Timeout, and it's the officials' timeout. And we've got another cramper, or what? Let's see. They're helping everybody up. I think the officials are trying to get both teams. Now, let's see. Or is this a charged timeout? Lorain's playing it as a charged timeout. Elyria's ready to go.
Well, yeah, that's because one of the assistant coaches is asking officials what is going on.
Now what?
Change of quarters? No.
Okay, so now the clock is wound with 3 seconds to go. Lorain is walking to the other end of the field.
Change of quarters is what they're going to let the clock run out and go change of quarters.
So the clock ticks down under 10, and they just ran off about 45 seconds with the time before the whistle and then the end of the quarter. And the Titans will go to the fourth, leading by 4. 10 for Lorain, 6 for Elyria. Back with an exciting finish after this timeout.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, it's for a nicer day, huh? Oh, it's beautiful. Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Yeah, give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
Here for the start of the fourth. And it is 3rd and 7 for Lorain. Chase Davis is in, rolls, throws. Oh, that was just not gonna get much to trying to get Hyro outside, and the punt team will come on.
Even with the completion, he wouldn't
he wasn't going to make the sticks.
I thought they were going to hit maybe Solomon out of the backfield on that.
Yeah, they tried that wheel route the one time and had him down the sideline. So Reggie Williams is out to punt. Elyria's come close a couple times.
They're in a nice Purdue punt.
He got it away. That's short, though. It took a big bounce.
Good Lorain bounce.
Yeah, this is our home field. We should get that. Down in, that's it. Down to the 28. 38 yards, no return. You'll take that every time in high school football.
Yes, yeah. Well, these two 10th grade teams are going to meet in Elyria tomorrow at 10 o'clock?
Yes, they are. Yeah, Tom, it's a game that has some interest to some of the folks on the Elyria side. Sandusky Perkins is really putting it to the other Elyria high school, Elyria Catholic, at 49-13 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
That's according to Fox 8 News. Firelands all over Vermilion, who snapped a long losing streak last week in week 1. There's the kind of the downfield. Oh, he fumbled and taken in the air. Taken in the air by a Titan. Here we go. You see it's the stop pattern with Noah Smith got a hand on the ball, and that's Joseph Wyatt again.
Yep.
Joseph Wyatt's pulled 2 out of the air off other people's hands, 1 on offense and now 1 on defense. And the Titans are in great field position at the 47 of Elyria. 11:34 to go and +4 on the scoreboard. Avon's got Canton McKinley tonight in what would be considered the big game. Straight ahead, Salmon got nothing.
Yeah. I tell you that the A's and the B gaps are both filled up with white shirts.
Yes, they are. Olmsted falls 21-14 over Brunswick, according to Fox 8. I don't feel bad since we're live on the YouTube, filling some people in.
Yeah.
Shaker Heights 36-0 over Brush, who the Titans handled last week. Salmon.
Around
corner,
the bend. Around
first
the bend.
down and more. Oh! John Salmon to the house.
A flag.
Oh, back on the 32.
That's a hold.
Wow, not so fast, my friends. Holding. Yep.
That was a wide receiver.
I had no idea. There
right
it
there,
is,
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a man trying to do a little extra for his running back. Coach Creel, instead of yelling, is giving him a good effort on the block. So,
now 32.
He's talking to Noah Buchanan. I didn't get a number, but Noah's usually out here. So the 32 will take it back to the 42, the down over. So actually, instead of a touchdown, we gained 5 yards. That would have been a backbreaker, Tom. Osir Kimball now in as Salmon is gassed. Kimball with the ball, same play, other way. He got spun around.
They got to hit that zone read pretty soon because Chase is coming out of there clean each time.
Yes, he is.
I mean, they're flying to the ball.
Yeah.
That's their only counter. I like to see it here.
Either that or he's got to pull it and look for the weak side receiver.
Here's Buchanan, no safety in the game. That may be the first down again.
I think that's not going to get him that far, but it's sure going to get him closer. One of the down linemen, I think that's Zion Newsom. It's good to see him back on the field, and it's good to see this guy jogging back on the field, number 5. Now somebody's got to come out.
Or Osir got to go to
Okay, we
receiver.
got 11. Yeah, Osir's going to have to come up.
No.
Oh, Salmon's going to take the snap. Third and 1. Look at the pile. If they could get outside the defensive end on the far side, there's a lot of territory.
Come on, you only got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Timeout, Lorain.
I'm looking at the.
Yeah, you're right. When if you're alive at a game, you look at the back judge, and when his hand goes up in the air, there's 5 seconds left on the play clock.
And then he counts it down for you.
Yes, he does. And they were trying to change a play at the line.
And they're trying to do it with people that usually don't call the signals.
Right.
I see Chase is on the outside of the huddle listening in.
Yeah. He is not on the business side.
I know what you're saying. Let's get this 1 yard.
It's 1st and 10, Tom. Now that I look at it, they gave him the first down. That was a 7-yard penalty. Look at the sticks.
I see him.
I saw the box with no number because it was behind the.
Oh yeah.
The stick, and it's the back stick. I apologize, folks. First game for us, but that's
what kind of. Okay, here they go.
So now I just assumed that they were going to go into the running formation because they needed short yardage. That's Kimball, cuts it up. Osir Kimball, north to the house.
Going for 1.
16-6. The lead is 10, looking for 11. Reggie Johnson out there that was just a great cut.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
You know, they've been running that play. O'Sear's been trying to take that play outside. And I don't know if during the timeout he was told, look, to cut it up. But, boy, he squared the corner. Reggie, in spite of the bad snap, boots it through. Nice hold by Joseph Wyatt. And the Titans, with a touchdown in the third and a touchdown in the fourth, go up 17-6. Look at that. Boom.
Yeah.
There was a great kick-out block on the defensive end.
I missed it, yeah.
If we can run that again one more time.
Where's Mr. Baraga?
Here it is.
Replay? Yeah.
Watch, right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great block. But you know what happens? They're so used to seeing Solomon running that play.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he hands it off.
Yeah.
And their linebackers are shooting the wrong gap.
Yep. And, you know, that was the defensive end you teach to penetrate three and turn it in.
Yeah.
And he penetrated three and got picked off clean.
Yeah. See, I told you, eventually the defensive line and linebackers slow down as they get tired. You know, they lose a step, but your running backs don't lose a step.
Right. And that was fresh legs. That's O'Sear, who hasn't taken the pounding that John has taken out of it.
Yeah.
So once again, on the double doink from Joseph Wyatt, the Titans capitalized for points. Now, that's 2 times in a row where Reggie's tried to tee it up on the 35.
Look that far. Oh, no, someone's going back in that far corner now. Go deep, go deep, go deep.
It's a driver, bounces. It's going to go into the end zone. Touchback.
That's to go deep. You don't have to get them high to go deep sometimes.
You know, Tom, I can remember, nobody kicked off like that until it was the 49ers' first Super Bowl, and they were playing in Detroit against the Bengals. And I remember reading the story. Bill Walsh told the story that they weren't planning on doing that, and all of a sudden at practice, their kicker, who was Ray Wershing at the time, missed one, and it took that kind of hop.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, oh, we might be onto something here.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of the
drive and kick.
Yeah. Godbolt hands it off. Big hole. Closed quick.
I thought he even had a face mask in there, but I guess not.
Was that 32 Avery Martin? Or 23 Jeremiah Lopez? So gain of 2 when it looked like a lot more, and it's second. Well, let's call it 7. Oh, that was read well, and fortunately for the Pioneers, underthrown. That's O'Sear out there on defense. So it's 3rd and 7 now.
I think it might have been Geiger, I think.
Well,
11?
11 was the short man.
Okay.
Now it's Wyatt over there as the deep man. This is single over here. We got to be careful. Look to throw. Look this way. Picked off. That's O'Sear Kimball again. O'Sear Kimball down inside the 20.
Yeah.
And the Titans are now feeling it. And consequently, the Titans are going to be right at the 20. And this was, here it is. He tried to look off, and he comes back, and he hit O'Sear right in the 2.
Nice. Put your hand
Put the
on
hand
the
down
ground.
and steadied himself. Cut
Ooh,
back.
And that was not a
I,
hole.
I was worried about that being called an illegal. And so the Titans take it down to the 20. On back-to-back big plays by Osir Kimball, a 36-yard jaunt for a touchdown. And then the interception that turns it over and puts him in business at the 20. And it would have been interesting to see what Elyria would have done on 4th and 7 that deep anyway.
Yeah, this is a bad situation for punting with 8 minutes left to go, 9 minutes left to go.
And 2 scores for sure.
Now the object now is to eat some time off the clock and score. If you can
Yes.
do both, you can do both. It's not
But
a
if you're only
problem.
going to do one, let's score. Hey, Tom, we've had a lot of cramping tonight. And Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical provider for Lorain City Schools athletics. Cleveland Clinic's team of sports medicine specialists deliver high-quality care to all athletes, from high school athletes to the Cavaliers and Guardians. Visit clevelandclinic.org/sportsmedicine to learn more. And when I read that, I always want to mention trainer Tracy Menges, who's been on the job for Lorain since the new building opened at least.
And longer.
And probably longer. And as I, said earlier, she's part of the staff. And she's, she's more than just our trainer. She's got a squad of student trainers that she works with and work with her. And they're out here every night, just like the fellas are, for practice.
And Tracy's out on her golf cart there, watching practice and taking care of people during practice.
And then a lot of times has to stick around for a soccer game after. Are we going under center here? Nope. That was Hyro Williams. Now it's Salmon. And we must have run that last week because that fooled absolutely no one. You got to believe that you take your 5'8", 140-pound guy and put him under center. Nobody thinks you're going to snap him the ball.
Here comes
now
Chase.
Here comes Chase.
Yeah, let's hit that zone read.
Chase is Hyro's out there one-on-one with D'Angelo Childress. And I mean, he's got the whole side of the field. Whistle. Before the play, usually. Dead ball traveling.
Was that Buchanan? Probably had a little jump trying
Must have been the wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
So that'll cost them 5 back to the 25.
And it stops the clock.
Yep. Now they wind it ready for play.
Now you got 24 seconds to get a play in.
Well, I'm not so certain anymore, Tom, after what happened at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Same play. It's Salmon. John Salmon to the house.
See, now he's not hitting the A or B gap. He hits a little bit wider while the linebackers are completely out of the play. Well, here comes.
And again, that man pulled through the hole.
Yeah.
That was big number 90, Julius Manning. He didn't have anybody to block. That's how well blocked that play.
Yeah.
And you know what, Tom? This is an interesting development here as some of the crowd starts to head for the exit, but they're heading out with smiles on their faces.
I never leave a game when it's this good.
Reggie Jackson up.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Just let him get set.
He's
okay.
the wingman.
Let him get set.
Timeout. I don't know what we're stopping it for now. You're allowed to line up with 10, sir.
Yeah, especially you had men on the line.
Timeout, Lorain. One of the coaches must have called it. So it's 23-6. The lead is 17. You're fine. you know, one of the people making their way to the exit was Bruno Rossitano, who still tries to make every home game at 92 years old.
He did something. Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you, you know, Bruno at 92 years old gets up at 4 a.m. to go run the coffee window over at Jay's Market across from on 58.
Does he still do that?
Yep.
Yeah, there's like a little coffee clutch over there. I think.
And he'll go to every Amherst girls basketball practice where his son John is coaching. And I am sure he's at most Amherst baseball practices where his grandson Matt and son Dave are head and assistant coaches.
And he takes that cigar with him
everywhere
he goes.
And it's never lit.
It's always chewed pretty well on end, isn't it?
It's not something you'd want him to offer you. Here, have a puff on my, no. So the Titans have really, you know, you talk about young teams and needing to learn how to win. Well, this tonight showed me something. They got punched in the gut pretty hard at, you know, that 95 yards in 2 plays to go down after they
were held on the 5-yard line.
Yes.
Yeah.
And instead, they come back and get a field goal at 6-3 at the half, and then come out in the second half and put this one as Reggie boots another. Reggie's got 6 points now.
And he had 5 last week, so
24-6 Titans. And it's been 24 unanswered right now with 7:52 to go.
Nice replays. Is that Mr.
Yep,
Baraga?
that is Mr. Baraga working the replay. You know, Tom, I do basketball in the winter with Bob Braskich. And one night last year when Zach was a senior, we set up for basketball, and Joe Bach said, Zach wants to learn to do highlights and instant replays. So he's going to be back in the studio cutting it, and we'll run a highlight package at halftime, see how it is.
Yeah.
And this is where we are now.
Perfect.
You know, Zach was employed by the district in the summer.
Would he do tech work or?
I think he was filling in with this.
Okay.
All summer, bounced along the ground.
Here's the big bounce. Watch.
Yep.
Ooh, he caught it.
But that took a long time to get there, and the Titans covered it inside the 20.
Yeah, we were talking about the big bounce. I thought it was going to go up over his head, which he trapped it.
Yep. Even Russell Creel has got a little hop in his step as he goes out and grabs the kicking tee.
You got one job to do, and you do it right. Yeah. And he keeps it with him the whole time. Yeah, I was at a
Coach Creel told me a story after last week's game. He and another coach and Russell were walking to the bench, and Russell is his, I believe, 10-year-old son. And they were talking, and one of the coaches said, you know, Salmon wasn't that far from the school record for rushing. But he said, but he didn't get it. And Russell looked at his father and he said, and it's all your fault. You didn't give him the ball enough.
That conversation must have came up before. Yeah. I was at a practice Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those days, and they were working on tempo.
Yeah.
Just tempo. Everyone was organized. It was a great practice.
And I'm going to tell you, you know, something that we haven't remarked on that is majorly different. Has thrown behind the receiver who was not out of his break yet. Trailing the play was Armand Brown, number 13. Strength and conditioning for this team is night and day from what it was. you know, these guys are strong and they're in shape. We've had some cramping.
Yeah.
But, you know, a guy like Julius Manning's played all but a handful of plays
Oh, yeah.
at full speed.
Yeah.
You can rest on defense. You rest on offensive line, somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. And muscles cramp. I mean,
Right,
there's
that's
nothing you can do,
just a fact. There's the quick out. That's how you tackle. That's Osir Kimball, who has had a half, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. I think they made the sticks, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
They'll move them and start the clock. Nice pitch and catch there. That's Mahler, number 10. Buchanan banks in at defensive end to give Julius a blow. 6'6" and a sophomore.
Oh, man.
He got a good jump. He got a good jump. That's number 1, Baker. Larico Baker. And he was going to go long, by the way, Tom.
I guess he was. In Canada, that might have been okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that on this side of the ball. Here's a substitution coming in at tight end. That's Perez, number 6.
You got to keep an eye on him. He's caught a couple passes already.
Yeah. 1st and 15. Clock under 7 in the ball game. Godbolt rolls. Godbolt tries to square up, has the ball knocked away. Picked up by one of the big guys. I think this is Cameron Sledge. To the house.
Nothing excites the team more than when a defensive lineman scores. Yeah. Here's a replay. Ooh, just ripped the ball out of his hands.
He got the whole play, didn't he?
Yeah.
Let's give it to him from 27 yards. Tom, with 10 minutes to go in the game, it was 10-6. Yeah. This kick could make it 31-6. The Titans with 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to be exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always love it when a defensive guy scores.
Yeah. And there was that defensive stands, if you remember.
Oh, it was
all of a sudden they're trying to get the crowd up. They're trying to get the team up. Everyone's getting excited. And
that's the kick is up, and it is true. Reggie knocks down another one. He's got a field goal and 4 extra points for 7, and it's 31-6. And you know what you want to say? Leave no doubt, fellas. How happy is Cameron Sledge?
Yep. He went for the ball.
You know what?
Yeah.
In 30 years, Cameron Sledge is going to run into one of these guys someplace. He's going to say, remember that night against Elyria when I scored on the strip sack? Those kind of, those kind of memories you can't buy.
Yeah, when you go to that class reunion, the 25th class reunion, you don't usually talk about your algebra class and that.
No, that's
right. You talk about some sports event. You talk about all those kind of things.
Yep. I had my 50th this summer,
yeah.
And you know, it was funny because I did a tour of the new high school for my class, and they were really impressed. Because the tour started with, well, this isn't really my school. And I explained to them, I said, it was just time. I said, I graduated with you from Admiral King, but I also taught at Admiral King. And when we got computers, I can remember the day. We got computers, and they had to run electric lines. I only look. We got one of the Pioneers wanting a little piece of. Ripped the helmet off. I said, this is. It was time. We didn't have but one electrical outlet in each of the classrooms at Admiral King, and that building was all windows.
Yeah.
And much like Lorain High, it wasn't built for
technology.
And really neither was Southview. I mean, that's a 60s building as well. And people see this new building and they just get amazed. And and I was able to take him in. I said, I'm going to show you something you might recognize. I took him into the auditorium. I said, see all those blue seats out there? They're the same ones you sat in the auditorium at Admiral King because they took them out and had them redone.
Really? I didn't know that part.
And I showed him, the logo from the floor at Southview and the logo from the floor at Admiral King. And
the space landing. The
Hall of Fame was open so they could relive some memories. They were one of the guys at the end of the weekend said to me, he said, one of the best parts of this weekend was your tour.
What you should have done is
fumble, Titans ball.
You should have let me know we'd have got the bail.
We'd
gone down and got the bail.
They signal first down Lorain, and of course it is. Let's see, here we go. Look at this hit from behind. Hit strip from behind. Somebody, Noah Smith, punched it out.
Yeah. That's what you do.
And I think 13, Armand Brown fell on it.
Wait till he gets up. Elyria's still fighting it.
No, it wasn't Armand. It was the other big fella that was right there next to him.
But that was a nice comeback over punch.
He came from behind and punched it loose. So the Titans, 6:27 to go, find themselves up 25. And you know what, Tom? A touchdown here, and it's a running clock. Who'd have believed that at 6-3 at the half?
I take care of Solomon, though. No need to.
He's not in.
Punish him.
Oh, is he in taking the snap?
Yeah, I think he's running a wildcat.
This might have been a good opportunity to get Joseph Wyatt some carries. That's is that Salmon or? Yeah, that's John out to the 50. Picked up a yard or two. That was just about getting the clock running. They finally updated the timeouts. Those 2 timeouts we didn't know about were both Lorain's.
Okay, I see they're down to 1 now.
I don't think either team's going to use them.
No. Yeah, see, they're letting that.
Yeah. The hard thing about, they were trying to run as much clock as they can. John's not used to taking snaps.
You can see that right there.
Yeah, right there. Or handing the ball off. So here comes Chase back in. I'd have liked to seen him take John out, but.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Osir Kimball, who seems like he's been part of the program since the building opened, is only a junior. That's not going to go anywhere. Salmon goes backwards. A lot of the Pioneer defenders knock him back to the 40. Titans will bring out the punt team with 4:44 to go and the clock ticking. They salted this one away with 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 58 seconds of the fourth quarter. At 9:41, it was Osir Kimball taking a handoff from John Salmon running 36 yards. At 7:52, John Salmon swept left end for a 25-yard run. And then with 6:43, the big fella, Cameron Sledge, strip sack. That's a bad snap. Reggie just there was nothing he could do other than play meet the defense.
Is that a different center in there, or is that the same Fogo?
I think that's Cam Sledge.
Centering?
Oh, he stayed out there, whoever it was.
Because that's the first bad snap they've
Yes,
had
well,
all game.
They had one low one, but he handled it. That one, he never had a chance. And, of course, they were going to go after him. So the ball will be to the 30 where he got first contacted. .409, made famous by the Beach Boys, is the clock, time on the clock. Godbolt is out there with Calhoun. Godbolt throws. There's the stop pattern. That looks like it was number 6, Tio Perez. That'll move the chains.
He got the ball out of bounds.
Yep. 4:02 on the clock. So what did, we're both big on the Fantastic 50 from Drew Pasteur,
Yes.
College of Worcester mathematics professor, who predicts every game every week in the state of Ohio. And what did he have to say? Picked off Joseph. I think that's Joseph.
We'll see who it is first.
It's Joseph Wyatt again.
Playing nice defense.
He's got a fumble recovery, an interception, and a 57-yard catch. That's a pretty good night, huh?
Yeah, it is.
And look at how he read this. Whoops, no, I'll have that.
Well, you're talking about Pasteur.
Yeah, what did he say about this game, Tom? Did you
said,
check his prediction?
He said Lorain would lose by 23 points.
Well, he's only off by 48 right now.
Well, I think the thing is there hasn't been enough games for him to get an accurate thing. So he was going off of last year's record. I think for the last 2 years, Elyria has not upset, but
it's kind of drubbed us. I don't think we've scored in 2 years.
Yes, and I think that's what his prediction was about. But you can see this team has grown up. These are seniors now.
And I see Salmon and Davis out there in the backfield. I see him buttoning down the formation.
Why are they down? Okay, yeah.
A little bit. He stepped out of bounds on that.
I didn't know that part.
That's Chase. That's no gain or a loss. Why did we stop the clock, fellas?
Somebody called timeout.
Oh, did they really? Okay.
Here comes a new second team.
Yeah. And as much as anything, that might be the Elyria coach saying, we got our twos in. How about putting your twos in?
Yeah.
This big Luke Wilson now, he played the whole game at defensive tackle. He's going in to play offensive tackle.
That's okay. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's a change of position.
Speaking of guys that seem like they've been here since the building went up. Oh, my goodness. Now we'll take a timeout, Lorain.
Just to get organized. This is an organizational timeout.
Brian Corey is very happy that we are not paying the officials by the hour.
It's already almost 5 after 10.
Yeah. Okay. So it is first and.
Elyria is pointing the ball like they
did
think they have the ball.
Take the ball away? Was there?
Yeah.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see the point.
It was
Thank you.
It was a zone read or just a missed handoff.
No, Chase tried to keep it and dropped it.
Right.
That's okay. Now's the time.
So that's why this clock was stopped.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
And I could not see the fumble. Stopped just short of the end zone.
Oh, and somebody's cramping up again.
That was big Luke Wilson, 99, that made that play in there. He's in there along with Sledge and Buchanan Banks. Noah Smith's still in there at linebacker. That's a cutback for a score, I believe.
Yes, it is.
That was number 0, Terrell Calhoun, with 3:16 to go. A 1-yard run. And they are nice enough. The Elyria band fires up the Lorain High fight song one more time.
Now, do those fight songs both go back into the 1800s?
You would think this was at one time, Lorain-Elyria was the oldest continuously played rivalry in the state of Ohio. So let's go back over 100 years ago. You would have thought that there was more than one fight song that the two of them could have picked. That's Calhoun again, and that's not good. That was Wilson again.
Yeah, did not make it.
So 31-12 now as this one winds down. So as
my guess is going to be an onside kick. What do you think?
Well, here's what I think. I think that if you're in the market for a new used vehicle, look no further than Joyce Buick GMC. They offer a diverse selection of Buick and GMC sedans, trucks, SUVs that can fit in any lifestyle or budget. Joyce Buick GMC and the Northeast Ohio Buick GMC dealers are proud sponsors of the soon-to-be 2-0 Lorain High Titans. And I want to thank our crew behind us. We've mentioned Zach Baraga several times. Joe Bach on camera, Terry Trout in the director's chair this evening. There's the kick taken in the air by one of the Titans. It bounces off a hit. He's got some area to run here.
That's Buchanan?
No. Oh, yeah, it is. It's Noah Buchanan. Cuts back, still going inside the 30 down to.
Oh, my, that's a cheap shot, and somebody ought to say something about it.
The blind side?
Number 2089 from Elyria.
From TV 20, we've got Zach Baraga, who's, as we said, a graduate. Drake Hance and Jaden Morales on the drone. Another grad. Always good to have those grads continue on and come back and give back, and we appreciate you all, fellas. So the Titans once again. That you have that wide receiver in there for the hands team. Let's see if we can see this.
It happened.
Yeah, it's down the field.
Yeah. It's happening right now.
Yeah. So we're going to have to get some numbers. That's Salmon down to the 25. Davis on the handoff. So it's still the first backfield. It's still the first offensive line. It's 2:50 to go. And,
now
we've seen some different numbers.
Now we're getting some substitutions.
17, David Whitaker, who plays quarterback on Saturday morning and does a really nice job.
They don't have
comes
a running
in at
back
the wing.
in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
16, Jael Diaz, who is the JV running back. He was very effective last year as a freshman in the games I saw. And he's going to get a carry here, straight ahead, and got to play meet the team with the middle of the Pioneer defense that time. We're down to under 2 minutes to go now in this one. Some of the Pioneer guys that have played a lot of snaps are coming out. But that means that they only have 9 guys on the field now. Here comes 10. And it's the same guy. That's Tio Perez. Here comes another one. This guy's fresh. You can see by the way he sprinted on. That's number 75, Jacob Miller. Happy to get a few plays in. 1:22 as we get ready to whistle, flag.
5 yards, delay the game.
I don't think anybody's going to be upset about that one. 5 yards, take it back to the 32. If you could end a game on mutual agreement, this is what would happen right now.
I think they should excuse that because Lorain was just waiting until they get their players in.
It was courtesy, yeah.
Okay, they switched. Now Larry has to switch there. Now there is nobody on the right-hand side.
No one. You stand over here and run that way.
Yeah. Well, call
There's
the play.
5 seconds again.
Yeah. The clock's not running, so you got to.
J.L. Diaz down inside the 30 to the 26. That'll take it under a minute. Yeah, they start to circle the wagons looking for the Gatorade bucket over here on the sideline. Oh, you know what that is? That's the JV defense getting ready to go in. Should the Titans give the ball up. Sledge, he's had a night. He comes in at center.
At center?
Nope, he switches
Guard.
over. Yeah, I think that's Evan Rikovic that's going to snap the ball. This will be the last snap unless something silly happens. Like J.L. Diaz headed north inside the 15 to the 12.
I don't think they'll take another snap.
Nope, that'll stop the clock long enough for him to start the set the chains. I think if the officials realize, they will wind it and we will be done. There's the signal to wind the clock. Coach Creel calls the guys over to the sideline. Says, do 2 things, fellas. Line up and keep your helmets on.
Yeah. Be sportsmanlike.
And this one belongs to the Titans. Lorain, 2-0. Halfway to the total number of wins over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
We had a 1-10 and a
3-8.
3-8. Yeah. If you got it. Hey, we've got some, as the 2 teams shake hands before we wrap up here, Tom, we'll take a look at some replays and some of the highlights from Mr. Zach Baraga. There they are shaking hands again. That's early on. This is the big Salmon run in the first. Let's see what this is. That's the Chase Davis keeper that got us a first down in the first half before we got stopped on downs. Here's the long run by John Salmon coming this way, flips the field over. Just gets run down by an angle here. That was 57 yards. And here is John with the first touchdown of the ball game for the Titans. And 3:14 to go in the third. Reggie Johnson with the extra point. And that started to be a theme in the second half. This is Osir Kimball, makes a great cut in the Wildcat. Takes a handoff from Salmon and goes 36 yards. The extra point is, of course, good. And this is John Salmon on the sweep. Cuts it up.
Oh, what a little block there.
Yeah, from the wide receiver, and he goes untouched, 25 yards. Extra point yet again. Reggie said, you keep scoring them, I'll keep kicking them. And here's the lineman's delight. Cameron. No, this is the doinker.
Yeah.
Where Joseph. Let's see. This is back to the first half based on the sunlight.
Yeah. You got some replays of the replays.
Yep.
Osier again.
That's
No,
the
okay.
Chase Davis,
Yeah.
Javis run. Well, Tom, when you put it all together, it was 31 for the good guys, 12 for the Pioneers, and Lorain. There's the Kimball interception in the fourth quarter that led to another score. The Titans go to two. Here's the strip sack. Sledge knocks it loose, picks it up.
Nice little
move. He's gonna want the ball.
He's going to tell the coach I should be now the
I
fullback
gotta,
after this.
I got to play some offense. And there's the final point for the Titans. There's the big play on the slant to Buchanan, that was. There's the touchdown that Elyria scored to take the lead at 6-0. Even that, there was almost...
he almost stripped him there.
And we're back live. There's my bald spot.
Yeah.
So, Tom Bauer, what a way to kick off the home season.
Well, you know, for the Buckeye Conference alumni out there, beating Elyria, that's one thing. And now next week is Sandusky.
Yeah.
At Sandusky. And I think Lorain should be maybe favored in that game.
This is going to be. This is a statement tonight.
Yeah. Yes.
This, to me, this was the biggest game on the schedule because they'd been shut out by this team 2 years in a row. Elyria, with high expectations, a new coach, a very successful new coach, and coming off, back-to-back butt kickings against the Titans. And the Titans came out here, fell behind early, and made a statement.
Yeah.
And you know what the statement to me was? This is our third year back with football. We're ready to get even now.
We're not going to just buckle down.
And they evened the score tonight. It was 31-12 on the scoreboard, but the last 2.5 quarters, really after the two Elyria big pass plays, this game belonged to the Titans, even though they were behind at the half 6-3. And so next week we'll head towards Cedar Point, and see if we can get a third one. And Coach Creel, and you can see the excitement on the center of the field that the boys have as they're listening to the coaches. And what a great night!
Well,
hey, my pleasure, friend.
Yeah, I can't think of anything to say, but you gotta beat Sandusky, go 3-0, and then start worrying about let's get into the league because everyone has picked Maple Heights as the odds-on favorite. But
you know what I think the goal of this team ought to be, in addition to winning the conference, which always is, let's play a home playoff game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's be in the top 8 this year instead of sneaking in, 15, 16, wherever we've been.
And have to play Eds and Cleveland Heights in first game.
Let's see if we can get a home playoff game. And so, my friend, a very successful opening night here, aside from the fact that I missed a fumble. And an incomplete pass. But a lot of fun. Always love doing this. Joe, thank you very much. As we start the Joe Bach farewell tour off with a victory. Joe's retiring this fall. And we're certainly going to miss him. We've been together. It's been at least 20 years, Joe. When we were down, I can remember sitting under a tree at Cleveland Heights and having to, at Sandusky, sitting in the stands, having to use my cell phone to read the lineup.
Some good times.
Yes, a lot of fun.
I remember you guys sitting on climbing up a ladder to do some sideline games. Yeah.
Oh, but some of the middle school games.
Soccer,
football and a pickup.
Oh, well.
So this has been a lot of fun. And for Joe Bach and Mr. Trout and the crew, Zach Baragach, Ray Kantz, Jaden Morales, and for my partner, Tom Bauer, this is Jay Ferguson reminding you that it is a great time to be a Titan.